we are 2 years later, and we're figuring out exactly everything that I've been saying for the last 2.5 years, and it's been absolutely exhausting. Exhausting would actually be quite an understatement. But going forward, when I was a young kid, I was groomed by all these rich people, and they wanted me to go in this one direction that would have probably ended with a jab in my arm, and I'd be wearing a mask, and I'd be a fucking sheep, and I'd be playing the game, which I never wanted to. I never wanted to be a part of the New Age, never wanted to be a part of these weird occultic clubs, and then everybody treated me weird for that, and ostracized me, and wondered why I wasn't focused on all the different things that they were focused on. And it's because it's the New Age. Everything around you that's happening, it's a ruse, it's a ploy, or a deception. A ruse, a ploy, or a deception. Everything right now, from the escalations in the Eastern Bloc states to NATO trying to start false flags over Putin. Everything is connected. Occultism is involved with all of this. And now you have all these Zoomer types that come out with all this new language, like vibes and manifest, and like they come out with these words like, oh, that person's got bad vibes, or I'm trying to manifest. I gotta stay away from toxic people, and I gotta stay away from situations that bring my vibrations down. See, all of that stuff is Orwellian end times lingo. It's all that lingo in and of itself is often used by people who represent the very toxicity that they're talking about. Oh, they got mad, they don't got good vibes, like I didn't manifest my blah blah blah. Any of those little buzzwords are a part of their whole plan. You know, like that is all deceptive end times Orwellian lingo. So anytime you hear somebody be like, I got to get my chakras in order, or this person doesn't have good vibes, or I couldn't any of those little buzzwords, stay away from people like that, because those people are complaining about the very toxicity that they actually embody in the world. So there's all kinds of little shell games going on right now. I call them shell games. They're little compartmentalized forms of control. Everything from media to material to money to status to who's screwing who to what car someone drives. It's all connected into this occultic agenda that's going on, that's building upon itself. You know, we went from 2 years ago, everybody calling me a conspiracy theorist, and now it's all true. It's all true. It's in your face. And it's all there for you to see. This is publicly accessible knowledge. So I don't just come up here and talk to you all about this for no reason, because by the time I was 25 years old, I could have been a multimillionaire. And I turned it down. And the reason why I turned it down is because I come from an occultic family. My great-grandfather invented the war draft. He wrote World Peace Through World Law on the behalf of the United Nations while he worked under the Secretary of War, who presided under FDR, which was his best friend. His name was Grenville Clark. He was on the 39th postage stamp of the United States. And he also was one of the founders of the Harvard Corporation. Him and FDR were like this. He was a part of the Manhattan Knickerbocker Club, which had inexorable ties to the CIA. And you wonder why I come up here and talk to you all about this and ramble on, and you think I'm just some schizo or schizoid type. No, I'm actually telling you right now, facts. Facts. And what happens every time? Somebody needs something. How many more fucking tragedies and explosions and bullshit do you really need to realize that you are being governed by a bunch of pedophiles who drink children's blood and hang out with Epstein and were probably implicated in the very black book that you're not seeing disclosed to the news? But yet everybody's more mad about Kanye than they were about Epstein. How much of a clown world do we really need to live in? How much of a clown world do we really need to live in? I'm getting sick and tired of the shills and dumbass people that have no concept of reality, no idea what it's like to go out in the real world and work, no idea what it's like to go through real adversity, i.e. burying both of your fucking parents before you're 26 years old. So, you want to talk to me about adversity? Inbox me and I will lecture you for about 4 hours as to my overall disposition regarding the New Age, occultism, the grooming that's going on with the children, the grooming that goes on in maniacal, wealthy families that don't give a shit about national sovereignty. They care about their stocks and the opening bell, and that's it. The lockdowns in China, people are getting welded into their buildings, and we're still over here wondering, like, the lockdowns should have been, that they were efficacious in combating COVID-19, and all these apologists are still coming out of the woodwork, still wearing masks in your car. You look so profoundly idiotic. I couldn't call you retarded because even retarded people have more redeeming qualities than people who wear masks in their car. So to call you retarded for that would actually be an insult to people who happen to be mentally retarded. Because in many cases, they're a lot more sharper than some bonehead who licks every shit that comes out of Brian Stelter's asshole and actually wants to see through the bullshit. And all you do is propagate the talking points of the mainstream mockingbird media. And here we are today in this predicament because of your divine stupidity. I've been trying to wake everybody up this whole time. We just had a second fraudulent election. There's a guy who looks like, what's that goofy weirdo from the Goonies? He's running Pennsylvania. The weird hunchback of Notre Dame looking motherfucker. Yeah, look at all these people. All the clowns, all the cowards, all the fucking pedophiles are telling you to wear masks, and they're running everything. This is the clown world that George Orwell talked about. How he didn't say clown world in his words, but this is a clown world. It's run by cowards who have no real power. They've been violating your constitutional rights at every drop of a hat. Now you got this guy Biden trying to implement gun control when he gave millions of guns to the Middle East, and now he wants to lecture you on your right to own an Armalite 15. It's not an assault rifle 15. It's an Armalite 15. If you cannot in turn, it's an assault rifle. Oh, it's scary looking. Oh, it's deadly looking. No, you know what's deadly looking? Your fucking brain, because you don't have one. So AR-15s have been around since the 1960s. So why don't we stop pretending like it's now suddenly an issue because it fits your fucking modern preconceived notions of what needs to go on in the world in order for us to live in so-called peace. You are the very toxicity that you complain about. And then what you'll do is turn around and gaslight your political opponents on some other bullshit grounds that have no real base to it. So wake up, realize that you're in a clown world, and do not fall prey to the hive mind of simulacrum. Because everybody around you is either vaccinated, wearing masks, going along with it, business is fucking usual, and the world is melting because of smooth-brained boneheads who had just maybe some intelligence but no real spine, so they slither around into positions of power and hang out with luciferian scuzzhounds so that everybody else has to pay for it. So going forward, open your eyes to all the BS that's going on, because all the other countries in the world are standing up to the New World Order. They're standing up to the European Union, which is a group of fucking parasites. The EU, the IMF, all of it. They're all garbage fucking people that need to go to a tribunal today. All the people who mandated vaccines, all the people that were involved in this, dancing in hallways, your ass needs to go to a tribunal today. You need to face execution by the end of today. I'm as serious as a heart attack too. You're a fucking treasonous traitor if you went along. I don't care that you needed your job. I don't care that you needed your income. I needed my fucking freedom, which is more important than your stupid fucking income. So I didn't mean to curse that much. I tried not to in this episode. But don't sell your soul. Don't give up your guns. look at China, the gold standard model of how we should address global crises, like Bill Gates said. Yeah, they're locked down Nazi style, and the Gestapo is welding them into their own apartments. But I guess it'll take a couple more tragic, atrocious events for people to maybe entertain the notion that they are literally under the dominion of very disgusting occultic people. And I happen to come from one of these occult families, and I got out of it and destroyed my programming. But things like MK Ultra are real. Mind control is real. Directed energy weapons are real. And they use them on their political opponents once they start to get that money. Once they start to get powerful, they'll come around the corner with a little thing and zap your ass so that you'll be bleeding out of your nose. Because they're sending electrodes into your head and fucking killing you with directed energy. All this stuff is real, and you're going to see it soon, and you're going to wonder why I knew all this stuff. So don't ask yourself, don't ask me why I know what I know. Ask yourself why you didn't. Because I'm getting sick and tired of all the garbage that's being propagated by the talking heads who are just there for a globalist paycheck, don't give a shit about your national sovereignty or the Constitution. It's being walked on left and right. Don't give up your guns. Tell these people to pound sand. Don't wear masks. Don't get vaccinated. Don't vote Democrat. That's all I have to say. Thank you. This was the Civil Savage 76, otherwise known as Rex Knickerbocker. Have a great afternoon.